emperors who ruled over a very large part of Indian subcontinent. Both were able administrators and effective rulers. Yet, history does not look at both of them in the same light. Akbar is called Akbar the Great, but this title is never given to Aurangzeb. Even though it was during the reign of Aurangzeb that the Mughal Empire reached its greatest extent. Do you recall from your history lessons a key aspect which separates these two Mughal emperors? Yes, during the reign of Akbar, people were allowed to practice their own religion and the administration did not favor any particular religion against the other. Whereas, during the reign of Aurangzeb, there was no religious tolerance. Aurangzeb had a fanatic view of Islam. His army razed many Hindu temples and Hindus were forced to convert to Islam. Those who did not agree for conversion were killed. Hence, Aurangzeb has gone down in history not as a great ruler but as an intolerant oppressor. Let us come to present-day world. Let us take a tour of a city in India. What do you observe? There are different places of worship in the city for different religions. Now, look at the Indian official holiday list for the year. What do you observe? We have holidays in India for Diwali, which is an important festival for Hindus, Eid, which is an important festival for Muslims, Christmas, which is celebrated by Christians, and Guru Nanak Jayanti, which is an important Sikh festival. Now, let us tour the country of Saudi Arabia. What do you observe? We can only see mosques. There are no other places of worship. In Saudi Arabia, non-Muslims are not allowed to build a temple, church, etc., nor can they gather in a public place for prayers. What can you conclude about our country from these examples? India has religious freedom for all. The Indian Constitution allows individuals the freedom to live by their religious beliefs and practices. This separation of the power of religion from the power of state is called secularism. The Indian Constitution mandates that the Indian state be secular so that one religious community does not dominate another. Some members do not dominate other members of the same religious community. State does not enforce any particular religion nor take away the religious freedom of individuals. Let us see how India is able to achieve these objectives. Jasbir and Vicky are going to office on their two-wheelers. Both are not wearing helmets. The traffic police stops Vicky and fines him, but he does not fine Jasbir. Why did the traffic police not fine Jasbir? For Sikhs, wearing a turban is a very important part of their religion, and in order not to interfere in it, the law allows an exception for them. Take this case. This is Abdul's house. He has two wives, Sakila and Fatima. Do you think this is legal or illegal? In Islam, Muslims can legally have more than one wife at a time. So, Indian law has separate marriage acts for Muslims and other religions to accommodate this religious practice. What can you conclude from these two examples? In order to respect religious sentiments and not interfere, the state makes certain exceptions for particular religious communities. Have you visited any government office or government school? Or do you remember the pictures of a police station from any of the movies you have watched? Have you noticed the surroundings or walls in these places? You would have observed that none of the government offices or schools will display or promote any particular religion. Why do you think non-display of a particular religion is mandated by the law? This is because the Indian state distances itself from religion. It is not ruled by a religious group and nor does it support any one religion. Let us take this example. Mahesh is a wealthy farmer and has a son and 2 daughters. Who do you think will inherit the property that Mahesh has? In earlier times, only sons were considered for inheritance and daughters had no right on property. This again was taken up in our constitutional design, and right to inheritance was given to all children irrespective of their gender. So, this is another way in which secularism works, is through a strategy of interference to prevent domination. Is India the only secular country? No. Most of the mature democracies in the world, like the United States and United Kingdom, are secular countries like India. They also have strong laws which allow their citizens to practice a religion of their choice freely, and religion is strongly separated from governance.